Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Guys, can I have some responses? Yes, thank you so much, guys. Perfect. So I guess everyone are aware this is day one of full stack workshop, which will be for 5 days. And meanwhile, I'll be sharing my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone? Yes. Thank you so much, guys. So welcome to Coursevita. We are an edtech platform where we offer a lot of different courses. And coming to Coursevita, I'll just give a little introduction. Meanwhile, other participants will be joining over the call. So let's not waste time. And coming to the intro of Coursevita, it is founded at 2021 as an innovative edtech company. And our main mission is to provide high quality education so that it will be accessible to everyone to the corner of the earth so that everyone can learn and grow with Coursevita. And we'll be focusing on transforming education, and we also want education which will be accessible to everyone so that they can focus on their career and goals. And coming to our milestones, guys, we have overall 1 lakh learners worldwide, where 1,000 plus alumni placed in different industries. And we also have 5,000 plus premium learners and overall 5,50,000 YouTube views. And Coursevita also had given free counseling sessions overall. And the overall career counseled is 20,000, as you can see over the screen. And we also have our wonderful CEO, who is Heban Gutala. He's an ex-data scientist at Deloitte, and also, he has a lot of experience in the job market, and he will be handling Coach Vita as a CEO. And you can meet our founder, Mr. Arjun Vinay. As you can see, he's also, you know, a Oxford alumni, experienced as entrepreneur. And coming to the career counseling and projects, we also have career counseling, which is absolutely free. And there will be a lot of experts who also has experience in job market. So they will be helping you out with the career counseling, where about the mock interviews, they'll help you out, communication skills, they'll help you out overall. And coming to the projects, as you can see over the website, there are a lot of different projects. So you can also get hands-on experience so that, as you can see right now in the job market, even if you have a project, people will be asking, is that a live project or not? So, we also have projects where you can get, hands-on experience. And as you can see, our vision and commitment, vision be a trusted partner for lifelong learning and career growth. So we just want to be a trusted partner for everyone, and we want to help everyone. That's our commitment with cutting edge tech and pedagogy. So guys, what all we'll be teaching throughout the 5-day boot camp, coming to the full stack. You can just learn everything. If you have any queries, you can just drop that in the chat box. You can have direct conversation with our tutor, where our tutor is Atav, and he also has hands-on experience. He's a full stack tutor at Coursevita. I guess what all the screen sharing I have done, PPT which been shared, will be valuable for you. Thank you, guys. And yes, guys, if you have any queries, you can just drop that in the chat box. I'll be helping you out. Yes, Jagadish. I guess you have raised your hand. So if there is any queries, you can just let me know. Yes, recordings will also be available. So guys who has not joined yet in the WhatsApp groups, kindly do join so that you won't miss any update from Coursevita. And we'll be posting the recordings and all the updates in the WhatsApp itself. So kindly don't miss that. So guys, I will be introducing our tutor, Atav. Very good evening, Atav. Welcome to the session.
Oh, hi, Abhishek. Very good evening.
Atav, your voice is a bit low. Could you please check?
Okay, I'm audible?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Great. Okay.
Over to you, Atav. You can take over.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Abhishek, for introducing. Okay. So, hi guys. My name is Athar, and I work with Coursevita and as a full stack developer. Okay. And I have around like 2 years of experience in the full stack development. And today, I'll be, just teaching you how this full stack development works, and like we are gonna just take overview on how this uh, project is gonna work. So basically, we are today we are going through the Google Meet clone. Okay, so how this video chat application works and all. Okay, so before going further, okay, I just want to interact with you guys a little bit, just to know that how you guys, how much do you guys know about full stack development? Okay, so you guys just can drop in the chat that okay, you how many of you knows HTML, how HTML works? Okay, okay. So yeah, Sanket. So nice, you know HTML, all the basics, forms. Okay, I'm a full stack developer, complete engineer. Nice, nice. Yes, yes. This is a MERN stack project, Prabjot. We are gonna like see take overview of this project. So this project is made in React. Okay. Okay, many of you knows, like around 139, 140 people joined, and few of them are texting now. Uh, yes, yes, we are going to cover some of the backend as well. But in this project, we are not gonna use much backend. So yeah, but in further projects, if the project requirement is backend, surely we are gonna go through the backend as well. Great. Is this we worked on project or not? Mm, I'm not getting your question, Shubham. Uh, okay. I'm working as a QS as a associate SE in company React. React is a front-end library of JS. Yes, yes. So React is a front-end library of JavaScript, basically, to build really powerful and beautiful apps. Okay, for the web apps, we use React. Uh, Is it Python Django full stack? Yes, it is full stack. So basically, Python and Django use for backend, right? So for the front end, we can use JavaScript and all, basically. Working as a Laravel developer, that's great. Okay, but many of we are shifting to the uh, MERN stack. Okay, and this is very powerful way of building application. Very rapidly, we can build application in MERN stack, basically. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead with the questions, okay, at the end of the session. But first, we will look into the application, what kind of application we are going to build. So how many of you knows front end completely? They can just say yes, like they can just drop message yes. Okay, no, yes, yes, no, okay, yes, yes, no. Okay, great, great, that's great. Learning, nice. How many of you knows backend, like the Node.js, Express, MongoDB? They can just drop yes. Great. Pianshu, yes, I know front end, but not only having any projects experience. No worries. That's why we are here to, look into the projects and all. Yes, Vishwakarma, you can just ask. Okay, you want to ask something? Okay, I'll just unmute you. Okay. You can just drop message, Vishwakarma. We'll just resolve your query. Okay, any which ways. So we will go ahead with the project. Okay, not wasting like further time. We'll just answering your questions at the end of the session. Okay. So let me just quickly share my screen. Okay. Okay, so this is GitHub repository. Okay. Also just drop in the chat how many of you knows GitHub. How many of you knows GitHub? Like just drop yes, 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 but not use. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I think many of you knows GitHub basically. Okay, that's great. So I'll be sharing this GitHub repositories link. Okay, in the chat so that you guys can clone it. Okay, so okay. If you guys don't know how to clone the GitHub repository, okay, so you just need to copy this link which I've sent in chat basically, and you just have to open the VS Code. Let me open some folder in the VS Code. Um, I hope you guys can see, right? Okay, we'll call it a chat application or video chat. Okay, so we'll just create one folder, open this folder with a VS Code. So here I'm using VS Code, but you guys can use whatever, you guys can use whichever code editor you want. So Akhil, actually, we are not making it from scratch because in 1.5 hours we have only. So we can't really make any project in 1.5 hours. We can make, but it won't be full-fledged project, right? So we will just have look into it. Okay. So which are the packages we have used into it and how flow works. Okay. So yes, we have created like this new project. So I'll just go to terminal and I'll just clone this GitHub repository. Okay. So I'll just type git clone and the repository link. Okay, I'll just drop this link again in the chat. Okay. So as you can see, I've just dropped the link in the chat. So yes, this is like cloning the GitHub repo. Okay, as you can see, we have cloned the GitHub repo. Now you just have to go into that repo, like suppose G mate clone. Okay. Now, after that, we have to install packages. Okay. So those of who don't know what is like node packages and all, I'll just tell you. So these are like project requirements. So to build a project, I don't get the GitHub repo link. Okay, just a minute. Yes. Okay. Uh, I'll just share link again. Wait. Everyone in the meeting. Okay, now you guys can see. Sorry, it was just sending to number. Okay, I have just dropped link in the message. Okay, you guys can check. Okay. Okay, so as we have just cloned this GitHub project, GitHub repo, we just have to go into the repository and install Node.js packages. So what are Node.js packages basically? Sorry, Node packages. Okay, so Node packages are basically our project requirements. So to build a project, we need many requirements. Okay, just like a building blocks. Okay, to make a building, we have like bricks, cement, and all. Just like that, to build a project, as per the requirement of the project, we need many packages. So all the packages are stored into the package.json. Okay, so these are the dependencies. Basically, these are the project dependencies. Okay, so to install these packages in the projects, because whenever we get project from the GitHub, that node module packages are not pre-installed in our project. So we need to install it. We just have basic information about these packages here. Okay, so to install this, we'll just do npm I, okay, which is install, or we can just write install, npm install. Okay, as we write npm install, as you can see, one node module folders get created. Okay, so yes, now our all packages are installed now. So here, before diving into the project directly, okay, I just want to show you how this project is working. Okay, just a second. Let me do npm run start to start the project. Okay. Uh, okay. So as you guys can see, this is asking me permission to allow for camera and mic, right? Just like Google Meet. Okay. So I'm just allowing here. So as you can see, you guys can see me, right? Like, okay. So now you guys can see me. This is like camera model, which is working completely fine. So I can just turn off my camera, like mute myself and all. Here I can just choose my microphone or like speaker, like camera module and all. So here I'm getting one option to create a meeting, okay, and join a meeting. Like I have two options here. Now if I click on create a meeting, I'll get this meeting ID. Okay, I can just copy this, okay, and send it to whomever I want. And I can just enter my name. My name is Athar. So start a meeting. Okay. So I've just started the meeting. Now in the second tab, what I will do is I'll just get this link and okay. Now this application is opened in my like basically second tab. Now from here, I can just copy this meeting ID at the bottom of it. You guys can see I have meeting ID. So I'll just copying it, go here. And now I'm getting second option, which is join meeting. Okay, so here I'm just pasting my meeting ID. I am like my another name. Let's say I'm writing Coursevita. Okay, so here it's like join meeting. As you can see, I've connected. Wait, let me mute. Okay, so as you can see, both in both tabs, I've opened the application. And here the application is complete working completely fine. Okay, now here from here I can just even share my screen. Okay, just like Zoom or Google. Okay, I can share my screen. And also, okay, screen sharing permission is denied. It is asking for permission as well. Okay, and as here you can see, we can just drop a chat as well. See, if I say hi, uh, in the other tab, I'll receive a message hi, and here I can say like Atharva says hi, right? And see here I'm getting the message from Athar. Okay, so this is how our application is working. Okay, let me tell you what we are using in this application. So also meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, uh, okay, voice is cracking. Now it's fine, Dushan. Okay. Okay, great. So, okay. So that is how our application is working. Okay. So, if you guys have any question in middle, you can just directly drop a text. Okay. So that I can answer you guys directly. Um, yes, Shubham. Actually, it is making connection with the JavaScript library. I'll just shortly introduce you to the library, or what I call it, NPM package basically, which we are using. So here, as you can see, if you go to the project, like if you guys can open project with the link which I have shared, and you can just clone the project and just go along with me, that would be great. Or otherwise, you can just watch the video. Okay, and later on also, we'll just provide you recording, so no worries about it. Okay. So now if you guys can go into the package.json, okay, here you can see a lot of packages basically. Okay, few packages are here for, let's say, styling of the application. Okay, styling of the application and all these things. But the main package here is video sdk.live react sdk. Okay, so this package is really, really important. Okay, is this our project for bootcamp, or there will be other projects? So for today, as we have decided, like, for 5 days, we are going to introduce 5 projects. Okay. So every day we are going to cover like one project. Okay. Okay. So also you guys can just clone this repository and do some tweaks as according to you. Okay. Uh, okay. So in this project, main feature of this is this basically this package. Okay. So this package we are going to use to make like Google Meet clone. Okay. So what is this package? Video sdk.live. So let's copy this and let's go to Google and just try to search about it. Okay. Just a second. Okay, we can just directly type here. Okay, this is like video SDK live. Okay, this is a React package. Not exactly React package. This package can be used for many frameworks. Okay, even we can use this for Python, Django, or native applications of React, or Android applications or iOS applications. Okay, we can just integrate this video SDK for in any basically in any framework. Okay, now we'll just go through it. It is saying real-time video infrastructure for every developer. Okay, so whatever, so let's say you want to build a conference application or video conference application. So mostly you can see that developers use this real-time video infrastructure for, okay, and this video SDK itself. Okay, we'll just go into the documentation for this. So in developers, as you can see, okay, you can, as you can, like in web docs, we have React. Okay. So here they are saying like what kind of architecture this React is, sorry, this video SDK is using. How meeting rooms are how meeting rooms are introduced into this application and all. So before going further, okay, I just want you guys to I just want you guys to tell that how this video thing is working, how this video data is transferring from one PC or one browser to another browser. Okay, and it's a real time, there is no lag as such, right? So let me quickly tell you, there are like two ways to achieve this thing. And under the hood, this video SDK also uses the same thing. Okay, so this is just like a ready-made tool which video SDK is giving us, but under the hood, this uses two things. First thing is WebRTC, and second thing is WebSockets. Okay, let me tell you how these things are working. Just quickly, let me open the board. So till then, till I open the Blackboard to explain you guys can tell me like if you guys are student or working professional. If you guys are students, so you guys can just drop your name and college name. And if you guys are working professional, you guys can drop your name and company's name. So you can just drop it in the chat. Hi, Sania. So you can drop your college name or organization name, company name. Okay, Shruti SNGT College. That's great. Nice. Okay, so I can see most of you are students, right? Great. Kavya. Okay. Central University of Haryana. Abdul. Nice. Ace Engineering College. So yeah, like I can see many students are from different regions. That's really nice to see. Uh, Let me open eraser.io. Okay. Okay, where to get a token in video SDK? Yes, Sivarth, let me tell you that as well. We'll tell you like how to use this SDK and all. I'll tell you guys. No worries. Uh, but let me first log in into this to explain you guys exactly how this WebRTC works or this WebSocket as well. Okay, so these are the major two technologies that uses in real-time communications. Okay. Okay, so first of all, there are two technologies. Okay, there are like two technologies which works in real-time communications. Okay, sorry, I wrote three. Okay, so there are like two technologies which works in real-time communications, which is WebRTC, and the second is WebSockets. Okay, I'll just explain you how these things works. Okay, WebSockets and WebRTC. So we'll go with the WebRTC first. Okay, let's say WebRTC. Okay, so what is WebRTC? So this technology is developed by Google. Okay, if you go to the Google and type WebRTC, so this technology was developed by Google. Okay, and WebRTC, basically this technology exists in every smartphone. Okay, every smartphone and every modern browsers. Okay, and RTC means real-time communication. As you can see here, RTC means real-time communication. Okay, so this technology is available in every browser and every smartphone. Okay, so that you can do real-time communications. Okay, so how this works? So let's say I have two devices. Okay, this is like device one. Okay, and second is, sorry. Okay, so this is like device two. Okay, now this device has different IPs. Okay, IP means like your internet protocol or your address for the internet. Okay, let's say like as we have email addresses to communicate or send emails, or we have home addresses, right, to send letters maybe. Okay, just like that we have two addresses, and let's say it has address of IP address of 0, like 0.0.1. Okay, and this device 2 has IP address of 0.0.02, let's say. Now these two devices want to communicate with each other. Okay, but this device doesn't know this device's IP address, and this device 2 doesn't know device 1's IP address. Okay, so how these guys can communicate with each other basically. Okay, so here the WebRTC comes. Okay, so let's say basically everyone has a router, right? Or everyone has a net connection or internet connection. Maybe it's through mobile SIM, or let's say it's Wi-Fi router. Okay, so let's say we have this Wi-Fi router for both, or let's say net connection or the SIM connection or any kind of internet. So what this thing does is basically it changes our IP every time. Okay, let's say every day or every 5 minutes. Okay, it changes our IP. Why does it change the IP? Because this is our private IP. This thing can't be exposed to the internet. Okay, if this IP, if this IP's access is revealed, anyone can hack into your computer. Okay, that is why we have this connection between, like, let's say your net, and this contains your public IP. Basically, let's say we can give it a name Wi-Fi slash uh, SIM network, let's say. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So these two devices has different Wi-Fi SIM networks. Now, what this thing does is, so this gives us a public IP. Okay. And let's say the public IP is 0. Like 2.2.23. Okay. And here this has like IP of 2.2.4. Okay. Now this IP changes every time. Okay. So now this IP changes every time. Okay. So what WebRTC does is basically to make connection between these two devices, we have something called a stun server. Okay. Like stun server. So stun server is basically directory of IP addresses. Okay, just like we have phone directory to know phone number of each other and just to contact, or we have address directory and we can just get the address and send letters. Maybe in older times they used to do that. Okay, so we have this stun server which contains IP of, like, the public IP of each devices basically. Now in this let's say in device 1 wants to connect to device 2. Okay, now this sends request basically to the stun server. Sorry. So okay, this device 1 wants to send request to the basically wants to connect to this device 2. Now this device 1 sends request to the stun server, and it asks, like, the stun server, okay, I want to connect with this device. Okay, now what stun server does is this finds the IP address, okay, public IP, and sends request to the device 2. Basically, this sends request to the device 2's public IP. Okay, and once device 2 wants to connect to the device 1, okay, it accepts the request. It again sends the approval. Okay, and now once it sends the approval, this IP, basically a private like IP, gets sent with the request, and it stores into the device 1. Okay, and now as it has an IP address, it can directly connect. Okay, it can directly connect and communicate with each other two ways. And then once it is connected to each other, there is no use of stun server. Stun server's connection is lost from you. Okay, and they just make seamless connection. Okay, they just make real-time connection because there is no party in the middle, right? So that is why in the video chat or the real-time communications, just like chat, it is so instant. That is why it is so instant, because there is no server involved. Only at the time of connection it is involved. Okay, but with the new technologies to for the encryption and all, there will be servers, but there are different type of servers. Okay. That is how WebRTC works. Okay. Now this is WebRTC. Now the second technology is to do a video chat or video call app is WebSockets. Okay. So let me give you a quick overview of WebSockets. What is WebSockets? Okay. Let's say you have this your browser. Okay. Your browser. And this is your server. Okay, this is your browser and this is your server. Now, as we all know, we make HTTP connections, right? Okay. As we know, we have this HTTP connection. So whenever we write some address, let's say google.com. So here we can see if you just paste this anywhere, you get this HTTPS connection, right? HTTPS. So HTTP or HTTPS is basically a protocol from which we can send data. Okay. So data to the internet basically. Okay. Data over the internet. Maybe it's a text data or. So this is a protocol from which we can send data. Okay. HTTP or HTTPS. So HTTP is basically a way to send the data, and HTTPS means secured. S stands for secure. So we can send data securely. Okay. Over the HTTPS protocol. Okay, so now as we all know what is HTTP, just like that, we have something called as web sockets, which is a it's just like this. Okay, instead of HTTPS, we have this VS basically WS. Sorry, so web sockets we have. Okay, now how this web socket works is, so let's say we have sent some data over the HTTPS protocol to the server. Okay, so once the data is sent and once it receives some amount of data, okay, once it sends the data, and once it receives the data, okay, then afterwards this connection is lost. Okay, it just disconnects. Okay, so let's say we want to send a text message and we deliver a text message to this server and we receive some response. Okay, then the connection is lost. Again, if you want to if you want to send any other message, you have to again send a request. Okay, and again send that message over that connection, right? But this is not really feasible. Let's say in the video call, what you need to do is, again you need to send request every second, or let's say every millisecond, so to send that video data, right? So this is not really useful technique to send the data or receive the data. That is where WebSocket came. So that is where basically WebSocket came. So what WebSocket connection does is, so once let me erase this. Okay, no worries, I'll just make new one. uh, okay, this is browser and server. So let's say this is browser, this is server. So how WebSocket works is basically, like, let's say if we send a request, okay, and receives the data, WebSocket doesn't end the connection there. Okay, it doesn't end the connection, so that we don't need to send any other new request. Okay, so we don't need to send any other new request. And this is like a now what it is doing is, it is just streaming the data. You know what I mean by streaming? It is just seamlessly streaming the data. Okay, and receiving the data as well. So that is how this connection is formed. And once let's say you cut the call or you just disconnect the connection, then the connection is over. But till then, the data is continuously streaming. Okay, So that is how, so these are the major two technologies we use in video chat applications. One is WebRTC and second is WebSockets. Okay, so let's quickly jump into the project. So till now, you guys understood how it is working. So just tell me yes, no, maybe in the chat. So how many of you knew it before? If you knew it before, tell yes. And if you didn't knew it before, say no. Okay, didn't know. Okay. Okay, that's great. Uh, can you tell me a little about WebSockets? So yeah, as I told you, like the major difference between WebSocket and HTTPS connection is HTTP connection ends after the work is done, or let's say after the data is sent. Okay, but WebSocket connection doesn't ends. It just continuously streaming the data. Okay, so services like Twitch or other live streaming services use WebSockets. Yes, live streaming services uses WebSockets to stream the data, basically, or video streaming. Can you tell me more about WebSockets? So basically, if you want to know about more about WebSockets, you can just um, go to Google and search for WebSockets. In MDN docs, you can read more about it. Also, to implement that, we use something called as socket.io. Okay, this is socket.io. This is like a sort of a framework or a protocol for this WebSockets. Okay, if you can just go to documentation and you just can see how this thing works. Here as well, they are saying what is socket.io. Socket.io is a library that enables low latency, bidirectional, and event-based communication between client and server. Okay, it is using long polling, WebSockets, web transparent. Basically, long polling is HTTP long polling is basically a sort of WebSockets, but it's just a long connection, HTTP long connection to send the data. Okay, the connection doesn't end. What difference between WebRTC and WebSockets? Okay, WebSocket, there is no difference technology wise. We can use both for the streaming the data or for the real-time communication. Okay, but WebRTC is a technology which is inbuilt in the mobile phones. Okay, for the communication, and this WebSocket is basically web technology. Okay, we make real-time chat application using WebSocket. Yes, we can make real-time chat application. So under the hood, basically our this video SDK is using basically WebSockets, sorry. So basically this is using WebSockets to stream the data. Okay. Uh, so that is how it works. It is something called as RTMP server. Okay. This is a media server. Okay. To stream the videos over the internet. So this is RTMP server. This library uses. Okay. So how to get the API keys basically? Okay, so once you open the project, okay, let's dive into the project first. Please tell me web RTC once. Tell web RTC once. Okay, I'll just explain web RTC once again, little bit for few students. Okay, just a second. Okay, so basically, web RTC is a technology which is available in every computer or every mobile phone and every web browser. Okay, every mobile phone, every smartphone, basically, you can say after iPhone first. Okay, and in every web browser, WebRTC is existing. Okay, for the real-time communication. Okay, RTC means real-time communication. That is why it is called WebRTC, and this technology is developed by Google. Okay, but nowadays Google doesn't really maintain this technology. Other as you can see, it is open source. The WebRTC project is open source and supported by Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Mozilla, among others. So this page is maintained by Google WebRTC team. So WebRTC is basically developed by Google, but it is maintained by many companies. Okay, because every company wants to use WebRTC in their phone or in their browser, right? So for the real-time communication. So that is why it is uses uh, WebRTC. Like every company supports WebRTC. Okay, so what is WebRTC? So WebRTC, as we know, the technology is available in every smartphone and browser. So let's say this device one wants to connect to device two, and device one has IP address, but it doesn't know device two's IP address, right? Device one doesn't know device two IP address. Okay, this IP address. Now we all have this network. Okay, this doesn't reveal our personal IP address. This is our personal IP address or private IP address. And let's say this 222, as you can see, is our public IP address. Okay, both devices has public IP address. Now, to connect these two devices, let's say device one sends request to the device two. Okay, but what WebRTC does is basically in WebRTC we have something called a stun server. Okay, this is a server. It's just like a directory of IP addresses. Okay, as we have phone directory, and this device one connect connects to the device, sends request to the stun server basically, that I want to connect to the device two. Okay, yes, like this Wi-Fi mobile calling is based on WebRTC. If you guys remember, in the iPhone 3G or iPhone 3, Steve Jobs introduces video call feature. Maybe I don't know if you guys know that or not. So yeah, it uses WebRTC. Every video call features in the phone or FaceTime uses WebRTC. So basically, WebRTC is responsible for initialize the connection to other person. Yes, sort of. Achilles, right? Uh, Also, like whatever you guys understands, no, okay, you can just type in here. Okay, so that I will also get to know that okay, you guys are understanding. Okay, and other people will also get to know that you guys are understanding. So you just guys can type here in the chat. Okay, so as I said, WebRTC uses something called a stun server. Okay, so here device one sends request to the stun server, and it contains all the IP addresses. Okay, public IP addresses. Okay, so now this stun server sends request to the device two's public IP. Okay, and ask it for the permission, like should I make a connection or not? Okay, and then device 2 again approves this connection and send the private IP to the device 1. Okay, now device 1 has this IP of the device 2. Device 1 can directly send request to the device 2, and device 2 also receives response to that request and connects to the device 1. Okay, now they formed a connection. Now this stun servers removes, like it basically disconnects. Okay, and now these two devices have seamless connection because we don't have any server in between, and they both devices are connected now, so that just do data transfer or video transfer or this chat seamlessly between each other. Okay, uh, Abdul is asking how on normal network without internet connection video call supported. Is they use either of them or else? See, basically, why do you need internet? Let's say you have this IP. Okay, so if you have private IPs of these two devices, we can just make connection between them. Okay, so if you have like private IPs of these addresses, we can make uh let's say here I'll just place a Wi-Fi router. Okay, let's say it's a Wi-Fi, and these two devices are connected to each other over Wi-Fi. Okay, Sorry, bad drawing. Okay, so these two devices has connected with the same Wi-Fi, and now device one has a IP of the second device, okay, and device second has IP of device one. So these devices can seamlessly connection through the Wi-Fi, okay. But when there is a distance, okay, and two devices can be connected only through the internet. That's where we need this server, and that's where we need this Wi-Fi or same network. So yeah, so without internet as well they can connect, but we need some connection, right? So that is why we need some Wi-Fi or let's say wire in between. How the IP addresses are stored in the stun server. So stun server is basically has so our public IPs are exposed, right? This is our public IPs, okay, which our Wi-Fi changes or our network changes every time, right? So these are public IP addresses. So public IP, internet stores our public IP addresses basically, okay. But our private IP addresses doesn't have access to the internet. Sir, then we disconnected to Zoom server. I'm not getting your question, Adarsha. I'm not getting your question. Can you just elaborate a little bit? So yeah, that's how Stun server also has access to our IP address because public IP addresses are accessible. Okay, I just hope you guys understood these two technologies, web sockets and WebRTC, so that we can just dive into the project. Yes, 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 sure. Okay, so as we know, we have used video SDK. Okay. Now, in this video SDK, this is basically a video chat library which we have used, and this. Okay, I'll just dive into the project now. So I just hope few of you has opened this project. Okay, now if I just run this project, just a second. Okay, so if we run this project, let's say npm run start. Okay, this is a command from which you can just start this project. You'll get this error for now. I'll just show you guys. It's running. So as you start to create a meeting, okay, just a second. So you guys might have came across the error that the key is not found. Okay, for that you guys need to just log in into this. Let me tell you. Just a second. Okay, so you just have to go to this link, okay, in the documents, quick start guide and start audio video call. Okay, here you just have to click on video SDK dashboard, and here you just have to log in. So once you log in, okay, you'll jump into the dashboard. Just have to like developer. Let me just pause screen for just a minute. Okay, so as you enter your number, after that, you can just submit. Okay. So now you want to make one app, right? So here you'll find a key like API key basically. Okay. Uh, Okay, so this is the API key. Okay, I'll just remove this API key afterwards, but yeah, this is the API key which we want to use. Okay. Okay, so we'll just copy this API key and use in the env folder. Okay, instead of this React Video SDK token, here you have to like paste your API key basically. So that's when like you can actually open this application. Uh, Now I'll just go ahead and just uh, uh, start explaining you the code part. What is a start command? Okay, so Akhil, basically, when we want to start a server, or for every website or for every project needs a server to run, right? For every website needs a server to run, right? So whenever we write npm start, so whatever we have written in the package.json, like let's say this start. Okay, so this script runs and our server starts basically, and that's where we can just run our project. Okay, so this starts the server basically, and we can run our project. Okay, I'll just npm start shows error. So uh, how do you able to access env variables in React? Can you explain? Yes, yes, I'll explain. React scripts is not recognized as. Basically, like there are few things which you guys won't understand as of now, because like this is not a full-fledged basic course. Right now, I'll just give you overview of how this project is working. Okay, and that's where you guys can understand the basics. Okay, and then if you learn all these things, okay, then you'll remember, okay, I want to make a Google chat or like a Google Meet clone, or I want to make a, let's say, a video conferencing app for my company. So that's when you guys will remember, okay, this we can use WebSocket into that. We can use video SDK into that, or we can use WebArtist into that. So that's where you guys will know. So the purpose of this 5 days workshop is to let you guys know that in practical applications what technologies we can use, right? So maybe I won't be able to help you with a line by line code here, but for sure I'll explain you guys how this project is working, right? So as you can see here, as we have used this package called Video SDK, okay, and this SDK is available for every framework, right? So this is basically a software development kit. Okay. So this helps us to make any kind of video conference app. Okay. This video SDK helps us to build any kind of video conference app. Okay. So, and also it provides us many kind of themes and everything basically, whatever we need to make video conferencing app or video chat app. Okay. Uh, Also, let me go through few features of this SDK itself, because in the project there is nothing much, but let me show you. Okay, so in the project, as you can see, just a second. Okay, so in the project, as you can see, there is actually nothing much, but only there is a, video. This video SDK is playing. Okay, only video is all the interface is by video SDK itself. Okay, you just need to see what are the features you guys need to implement. Okay, and that's where your documentation reading helps. Okay, so we'll just go through this video SDK for a while. Okay, and just after 10 to 15 minutes, we'll just answer all of your questions. Uh, you guys can just watch tutorials as well, like video. Okay, we will just go to the guide. So what this is using, okay? As you can see, it creates a meeting rooms, okay? So first, it creates a meeting rooms, like meeting rooms or room object in the video SDK provides a virtual place for participants to interact and engage in the real-time voice or video screen sharing sessions. Okay. It uses meeting rooms or room ID. As we can see, in the first, initially, I have shown you guys that, uh, just a second, let me open the project as well. Okay. So as you guys can see, first of all, it creates a video room. Okay. So as we create a meeting, it creates a room ID. This is a room ID basically. Okay, and this creates a room ID in the server, and it stores that room ID into the server. Okay. Now you guys might say that, okay, in React we don't have any server. Okay, this is basically a front end, right? So we don't have any server, and none of the server is playing here, right? The backend is not working, right? So where we are actually using the backend is, if you go to the utils and if you go to the, let me tell you, just a second, let me find that file. Okay, so in the api.js, if you go to the api.js, so here you can see API base URL. Okay. So basically, our video SDK is giving us a server, okay, to store that video ID or that room ID. Okay. And here we are just importing our API key from the environment variables. Okay. And here, as you can see, we are getting that token and we are sending a request to our server. Okay, this API auth URL, we are sending request to our server to get a connection to that exact room ID. Okay. So, okay, here you can see we are receiving a room ID. So basically we are receiving a data. Okay. So so whenever the room IDs gets created, okay, whenever the room ID is getting created, we are using this function. Okay, and here we are receiving a room ID in that function, and we are receiving a token as well. Okay, and we are just hitting this URL. Okay, basically a server URL with a room ID. Okay, so that it automatically gets connected. Okay, so here we are hitting the room ID, and through this function, like validate meeting, we are getting connected to the specific room. Okay, so here you can see this is a room ID, and using this room ID, we are getting connected to it. So about this project, you guys already have this project file, and this is nothing but a UI. But the most important part of this project is this video SDK. Okay, and how this WebRTC and WebSocket functionality works. Okay, this is the most important part of this project. Other is just a React app or this front end is playing their part. Okay, whatever, like, let me check. So this UI and all is all developed in the React. Okay, but the main part is how this app is functioning internally. Yes, Akhil, that's right. We are utilizing server from video SDK, and but under the hood, this video SDK uses WebRTC or WebSockets. So yeah, so this is the overall project which I wanted to tell you. So because of the time constraint, I can't really go ahead with this explaining you each and every line. Okay. Yes, you guys will get certificate as well. Yes, Hamza, you guys will get certificate. So this is like just a React app playing its role, but under the hood, these technologies are very helpful and very crucial to understand if you want to understand how this video conferencing works. Bro, where is the code file? I'll just send you a GitHub link. Actually, let me share you the GitHub link to everyone. Okay, I've just sent you a GitHub link. You can just clone this repository and you can just tweak the project according to you. If you guys know React already, okay. So now you guys can ask some questions. Okay, we have like 5 minute slots for the questions and answers. You guys can ask any questions regarding the project. Okay, I just hope you guys understood under the hood how these technologies are working or how this project is working. Okay, npm start example React script is not recognized as internal external command. I think you need to do npm install first. Do npm I so that you can just install these packages into your project and then do an npm start. Is this project fully completed? What is the responsibility in this project? What is our responsibility in this project? So basically, this project's motto was to give you an overview of if you want to make this kind of project, okay, what are the necessary things you guys need to follow? Okay. Okay, I did install node modules. Okay, but still like just try to delete the node modules folder and just again try to install the node modules using npm I basically. Okay, so we'll just answer your questions again. Okay, you can just drop your questions here. Okay. So let me know guys like what are the other questions you have regarding the WebRTC or this how this video chat works. Yes, we will create a portfolio website as well in further classes. Okay, so apart from React or apart from MERN stack, how many of you knows anything uh, like let's say Java or Python, Django? How many of you guys knows other frameworks as well apart from this MERN stack? Okay, Harshad knows Spring Boot, Java. That's nice. Django framework. Lara, I know Laravel, Mohammad Irfan. So Laravel or PHP is very old. I can say technology. Nowadays we use Node.js or this Django or mostly Java, but PHP is also like it was great technology though. It is great technology. Many of companies uses PHP, but nowadays the trending is MERN stack only. Yes, Code Igniter is also Sania Code Igniter is also uses PHP. I think so. It's a PHP framework, right? But yeah, nowadays we all use MERN stack for the rapid development. Okay. Purvi is asking start command is not working. Maybe then you need to check whether the node and npm is installed in your system or not. That's how you can check. What about Pern stack? What is Pern stack? Well, like PHP. Okay. I don't know what is this sperm stack. Akhil, you can just tell me what is this sperm stack. Okay. Instead of MongoDB, this you use Postgres SQL. Okay. Nice. Yeah, of course. Like you can use whatever database you want, basically. It's not important to use MongoDB only. So why we use MERN is basically MERN gives us very rapid, fast development, and many of the startups uses MERN. Okay, many of the startup uses MERN. That is a because in startup we want really fast development of the application, right? We want to roll out that application as soon as possible into the market. That is why we use MERN. All the startup will use MERN basically, and that is why it is very important for you guys to learn MERN if you guys want to land job really quick. Okay, if you guys want job really quick, you guys have to learn MERN. Any other questions you have? So before like ending the session, okay, I want you guys like I want to introduce about the course which we are gonna launch. Okay, basically in this short period of time, we I can't really explain you guys, how this React, how this React works in detail, okay, or how to implement this socket IO or this WebRTC or this WebSockets, how to really implement that, and under the hood, how you guys can implement these technologies. I can't really give you demonstration, right? I can just explain you how these things are working, and I just hope that I explained really well. You guys can you know write the review about it, that if you guys understood my explanation or not. But I can't really uh, code with you guys to to you guys to understand it really well. Okay, so that is why we are like launching our full stack web development course. Okay, let me like really let me open the curriculum for that. Just a second. So, this is our website, Coursevita's website. And once I go to the courses and go to the full stack development, okay, so this is a course we are gonna launch soon. This is a 12 weeks long course, and we are gonna cover like a lot of tools into that, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Node.js, MongoDB, Git, and a few real world projects we are gonna cover. Okay, so let me just go through the curriculum. Okay, to download the curriculum, you just have to write your name, your email address. Okay, in my case, I'm just writing my fake email address here. Okay, and my mobile number. Okay, so this is my fake mobile number. You guys won't be able to call on this number. Okay, uh, so okay, let me write my. Okay, so okay, once I click on download, so you guys can see the curriculum. Okay, so these are the topics which we are gonna cover. Uh, so in the first module, you can see like overview and basic setup of web development, how this website works. in detail, like we are gonna cover everything in detail, like how web technologies works, how browser works, so that you guys can build really great applications. And once you know, let's say once you start development, there is no way that uh, there is no way you guys can sorry to, there were some distractions. Okay, so once you dive into this course, you guys gonna know detail information about these technologies. Okay, like how internet works, or how this web browser works, and then we will dive into the basic technologies like HTML and CSS. Okay, then few CSS frameworks we are gonna cover. Okay, just like a Bootstrap or Tailwind CSS. Then we are gonna cover basics of JavaScript, which comes into the front end. Okay, like in detail we are going to cover JavaScript, like how this JavaScript syntax, operators, functions, scopes, this DOM events, event handling, ES6, which is a new feature, new version of JavaScript. Okay, advanced JavaScript we are going to cover, like object oriented programming JavaScript, working with APIs, Git and GitHub. All these things we are gonna cover. Okay, this is like about the front end, and in the back end, we are gonna learn this server side programming, of course, like Node.js and Express.js. Okay, and in the database as well, we are gonna cover MongoDB. So the MERN stack we are gonna cover into this full stack course basically. Okay, so let me just quickly drop a link for the form. If you guys are interested into this for this course, you guys can just fill this form. Okay, just a second if it's working or not. Okay, so give me a second, like I'll just roll out a form. If you guys are interested into this course, so you can just fill that form. Okay. Also, with this 5 days workshop, I want to give something really interesting for you guys. Okay. So, let me share the link to it. Okay. Mm, Okay, so with like with this workshop, we are here to give you this, a cheat sheet, or this, notes for learning front end and back end. Okay, so if you go to this document, this link will be shared with you. Okay, guys, so once you go to this documentation, as we can see, this is a cheat sheet for the full stack. Like here we have covered HTML. Okay, all like HTML, also CSS. Okay, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, MongoDB, all these things are covered in this document. Okay, also a full stack question bank. It is like this is the interview questions. Okay, uh, so you guys will get this. Okay, this is basically a bundle which we are providing you guys. Okay, this is a question bank, and we have answers for this as well, like JavaScript questions, React.js questions, Git questions, front-end development questions. So all these questions is gonna help you in the interview. Okay, these questions are gonna help you in the interview. And the best thing is this JavaScript complete notes. Okay, so these notes are gonna help you like anything. Okay, so this is like JavaScript complete. Okay, if you go to that, if you go to this, all these are JS files. Basically, this, if you can see, this .js files are this. Okay, so you guys can directly run code directly from these files itself. But as you can see, as you can just read out the folder names like 01 basics. Okay, 02 basics, 03 basics. So this is like basics of JavaScript, then control flow, iterations, DOM, projects, events, asynchronous projects, or asynchronous programming, advanced object-oriented programming. So these are the JavaScript nodes. Okay, so let me open the JavaScript nodes as well for you guys. Okay, so I'll just download this. I'll just download this folder. Let me open. Okay. Okay, so as here you can see, let me open this in VS Code itself so that it will be easy for you guys to understand. Okay, so here you can see like 01 basics. If you go to data type, here are the notes, handwritten notes. These are okay. It's not like Chat GPT notes or something like that. These are the handwritten notes. Okay, which actually I made. Okay, so as you can see, it's like my name is there. So I have written these notes. These are handwritten notes. So like if you go to data types, you'll get like notes on data types. You'll go to conversion operators, you'll get notes and the code as well for the conversion operators, comparison data types. All these are like basics of JavaScript till the advanced. If you go to 10 advanced, you'll find the advanced JavaScript. Okay, this is like really hard to understand, but if you guys just read out these notes, it's very easy for you guys to understand these things. Okay, like I have mentioned how promises works in JavaScript. Okay, these are all advanced topics. Okay, so these things we are gonna provide you. Okay, and actually we are gonna okay, let me share you the link for this. Okay. Uh, Okay, so we are going to provide you all these things just for 99 rupees. Okay, what you're going to get in 99 rupees is, okay, first of all, you will get this cheat sheet, like full stack development cheat sheet. By reading this cheat sheet only, you can crack the interviews. Okay, second thing is full stack question bank. Okay, these are the interview questions. This that you're gonna get in 99 rupees. Plus all these JavaScript notes. Okay, from basic to advanced. Okay, all these JavaScript notes, like these notes, you guys are gonna get in just rupees 99. Okay, so let me drop this link for you guys. Okay, and you can just buy out these notes from the link itself by paying just rupees 99. Okay, now so apart from this, okay, like if you guys are interested in the full stack development course, if you guys are really interested in full stack development course, because we are going to cover everything in detail. Okay, everything in detail we're gonna cover, okay, in this full stack development course. Then you'll learn to build real world applications as well with this. So if you guys are interested, I'll just share you one form link. Okay. So let me share the form link. If you guys are interested, you can just join in, like fill out this form. So this is the form you guys need to fill, okay, by clicking on the link, and you'll you know you can just enroll into this program, into this full stack development. This is 12-week long program where we are gonna teach a lot of things, okay, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all the basic things to advanced we are gonna cover. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this session. Okay, and I just hope you guys will enroll into this full stack development program as well. Okay, we have some doubts. I hope so. Okay, you can just ask a question in the chat. And about the attendance, we will take the attendance. No worries. From the Zoom itself, we can take the attendance. So anyone having any doubt, they can ask. So I can leave it now. Yes, yes, you can leave. That's not the issue. I just hope you guys understood the session and everything about the project as well. What does the line mean? Package.json. Yes, script. So in the package.json React scripts, let me open the project. I'll explain you. React. Share the link once again, so. Okay, I'll just share both the links. Okay. Uh, is backend development course using Node.js available? Yes, in the full stack development, we are going to cover backend development with Node.js as well. Kavya, we have just shared the link, like the Razorpay link to buy this bundle, full stack bundle, and the Google form for enrolling into the course. Is there any project you are going to discuss in upcoming sessions? Yes, so tomorrow we are going to discuss new project, how to access the bundle. So basically to get the bundle, you have to pay like 99 rupees, okay, to access the bundle. Let me share the link once again, basically. So yeah, I'll just share the link. You can access bundle through it, through this link, by paying rupees 99 only. How many projects will be explained in 5 sessions? So there will be more 4 projects will be explained. So as today we have explained like how Google Meet works. So tomorrow there will be another project. So you guys need to attend to see which project will be there. And the maximum attendance is necessary to get the certificate. Okay. So any which ways, like if you guys have any more doubts, you can just write us an email or contact us. Okay, and also this session is recorded, so you guys can access this session. No worries about it. Okay. So thank you guys for joining. It was really great talking to you guys. You guys are really great. Okay. And yeah, thank you for joining. Uh, Abhishek, you can continue. Like,
Yes, thank you, Ato, for the wonderful session, and thank you guys for being interactive throughout the session. For feedback, I have just posted the feedback form in the group chat here. Kindly go through that and do fill the feedback form. And do also remember that it will be counted as your attendance. And if you have any queries or any doubts regarding the session or anything, you can just drop that in the chat box so that it can be resolved by the tutor or me. Or else we can just end the session for today. And coming to tomorrow, we'll be meeting at the same time tomorrow, guys. For cost, the links have already been shared. Kindly click on that. You'll be getting a notification. You can just find it over there. Once you do the payment, it will redirect you to the drive link where you can access all the bundle. Today it is full stack projects, not front end. And I hope everyone had enjoyed today's session. Thank you guys once again. Yes, guys, you'll be getting the recorded link in the WhatsApp groups. So kindly stay updated in the WhatsApp groups. And the people who had missed the chat, missed the WhatsApp group link, a link has been already shared in the chat box here. You can just go through that and do join so that you won't miss any update from Coursevita regarding the records. And to stay more updated about Coursevita's workshops, upcoming courses, boot camps, free, paid, everything, I have just posted the web pages. You can just go to that, do follow the web pages. Guys, still any more doubts, you can just post that in the chat box. And the people who had given the feedback can leave the session for today. Thank you guys once again for the participation. I hope everyone had given the feedback form. It's been already announced that it's mandated to get a certification, and the feedback will be counted as the attendance. Maximum attendance is mandatory, guys, to get a certification. At least 75% attendance you need to have to get a certification. So do remember, guys, if you have any other queries regarding the courses and all, you can kindly do this registration through our website www.coursevita.com. Team will contact you. They'll help you out with all the details.